Hey guys, it's Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Variable Barricade, continuing the true ending. Kasuga is finally back in our life, thank God. And is trying to run away with us, and now all of a sudden we've been struck by a memory. And that's where I cockblocked us, and here we are, so we're in that memory now. I'm assuming the question mark is Kasuga as a child, but obviously we know he can't do baby Kasuga voice, so whatever. Spacey, this way, hurry! Aw. Wait, don't go! I can do us voice. My feet hurt! I can't stand! Get up, Spacey. If you don't hurry, they'll catch up to us. They run that way! Catch them no matter what! At this rate, I have to... Spacey, you go ahead. I'll handle them. What? No! Wait! Don't leave me all alone! Don't leave me, Tsubame! She screamed that. Huh? For a moment, it felt like time stopped. My own words echoed in my ears, reaching into the depths of my memory and flinging open a door that had been shut for years. At the same time, the little scar at the back of my head throbbed. Is this the same as that time? The door was open. The impediment was gone. Memories flashed through my mind in a cascade. Memories from my lost childhood, and this is where you remember how much you love your brother and need him, and right, we're okay with this? That was a really weird sound. Anyway. Don't leave me, Tsubame! Spacey! I'll do my best. I promise I'll try to run. So don't leave me. That's right. I was so little and I loved my brother so much. The thought of him leaving me was terrifying. Desperate, I forced my aching legs to hold me up as I broke into a slow, tottering run. Aww, Spacey! But... There they are! Cut them off! Make sure you at least catch the young miss! Seeing those big men charge after me threw me into a panic. Unthinkingly, Spacey, no! Not that way! Eek! Miss! Oh god, this is bad! Call for an ambulance now! Spacey! Spacey! Oh, it wasn't your fault! I was an idiot child! Oh no, we need to protect Kasuga. I know I was the one that got hit by a car, but like, we need to protect Kasuga at all costs in this. He can't handle this! Tsubame? Spacey, don't tell me your memories. My head felt like it was splitting in half. It pounded so violently I couldn't open my eyes. Gotcha! The moment I used to grab Kasuga was the same moment I lost my grip on consciousness. And so his plan to run away with me failed. Again. I mean, you think as kids it's good that it failed, because like, what the fuck, but... Don't leave me! Aw, we could have actually finished that. It didn't take very long to do this, but I wasn't sure how long it was gonna go. These beautiful days. Tsubame and I finally make up. Everyone gets together for a big Christmas party. What the fuck? What the hell was that? It's like, all of a sudden, no, these memories. And you're like, okay. And it's like, oh, I just remembered when we found, now we're besties, and we're all gonna have a party. Excuse me? What the fuck kind of neat-ass bow did you make out of this goddamn fucking, like, train wreck? That's... What? Okay. Sure. I mean, I'm glad we made up, but I also don't want him to be my brother. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the gist of the new business partnership that's been formed between the Tojo Group and the Shinzaki Group. December 25th. The Christmas party went off without a hitch. The partnership between Tojo and Shinzaki was announced, along with Ichiya's appointment as secretary. Can Kasuga be here, but like not in a butler suit and just like a suit? I need to see him in a tuxedo. I also made sure to be seen chatting pleasantly with twins Ichiya and Kazuya, as planned, showing off to all the important guests how close we were. With that, I believe we could say the whole matter of my engagement was effectively settled for the time being. Though when Grandfather first ordered me to move in with 4 men I didn't even know, I wasn't quite so optimistic that it would turn out this well. But now there wasn't any need for me to force myself to pick one suitor or another. It was safe to say that things had ended about as well as they possibly could have. I'm home. Once the events of the party had concluded and guests were mingling comfortably, I chose an appropriate moment to excuse myself and go home. There was one last problem that needed to be cleaned up. Don't call my precious a problem. She's so rude to my baby. He's your brother, for fuck's sake. Hold on, sorry. I wonder if they're still all inside. Where do you think, like... Welcome home, Spacey. Oh, right, our childlike drawings. You know that this was fucking Nayuta that did this, by the way? And I think did you draw in crayon on my walls? Yeah, absolutely drew in crayon on our walls. Anyway. I'm home. What? Oh, hold on. Hot second. Sorry. You're early. We'd expected you would be at the party for a little while yet. I was so stunned by what I saw that I forgot to reply to the two smiling men. Oh! They haven't died. Poor Kasuga, look at him. Oh. I love Shion's fucking super happy chibi. What on earth? Kasuga was sitting in between the two, bound up in a frankly comical amount of rope. Why did you use so much rope on him? Don't tell me he got violent. Huh? Nope, not at all. I think tying him up provides the proper ambiance for this scenario. Don't you agree, Nayuta? The proper ambiance for what scenario, Shion? Jesus. I mean, I don't mind him tied up a little, but this is going to make things difficult, all I'm saying. Yeah, definitely. Oh boy, they're mad. It doesn't hurt, does it? Does it look like it hurts? Yes, it does look like it hurts. I'm sorry. Untie him, you two, right away. Aw. Don't you aw me. Untie him, now. Okay. Oh, my poor baby Kazuga. Sorry. The two of them kind of went a little overboard. All I wanted was some time to sit down and have a proper conversation about everything. You didn't have to resort to all these theatrics. I'm not gonna try to run now. Will you tell me everything, then? Everything, Ugh! I don't tell me you're my brother! Stop it! Let's go back to you being my sexy mother. Anyway. My birth name is Tsubame Tojo. I am, without a doubt, your older brother. We are blood relatives, and we're just going to pretend that's not the case, and you're going to join the man harem, right? Because cool. Okay, fine. You heard everything that led to me becoming Kasuga from grandfather, yes? What else do you need to hear? The same face, the same voice, the same posture, and yet the person I was talking to was now was in no way the Kasuga I knew. So this is Tsubame. That's so sad. I don't want him to change. I like him being Kasuga. This is who the person I've always called Kasuga truly is. It was like I was looking at a very different person. A little needle of loneliness jabbed me in the heart, right? It makes me sad too. I was able to hang on though, because despite how different he was, I sensed a touch of familiarity. Grandfather told me that you... I snapped my mouth shut. Hold on. How am I supposed to phrase this? Grandfather told me that your sister complex became so twisted that our parents tried to split us up for our own good? What? Am I supposed to ask him, did you have a sister complex to his face? I can't do that! I mean, but like, can you look at Kasuga and say you don't have a brother complex knowing he's your brother? Because like, I can't. Because I kind of have one now. I mean, in reality, gross. No. Ugh. But like, in this little fake version of this world, okay. Because, you know, in reality, he's not my brother, he's her brother. When we step out of the game and come into my man harem, I'm me, not the heroines that we're playing, and I'm just stealing their boyfriends. All I'm saying. So I'm stealing your brother. He's in my man harem. He's not really my brother. So that works out for me, I guess. See, when the character is my brother, I take away I'm like, I'm not exactly self-inserting. That's fine. You just go marry I'm gonna take Kasuga. It's fine. I desperately tried to find the right words. Told me that the two of us were so close that our parents started to worry. That's why they decided to send me to Japan alone. Is that true?
Yes, aggravatingly enough. If they hadn't meddled like they did, the two of us would still be brother and sister today.
Would we be just brother and sister?
Mom and Dad could have minded their own business, but no. They just had to butt in. Ugh, I despise them.
This... This is just giving me deja vu from other routes and things, and if you know, you know, and it's like, oh, well, we'll just be brother, sister, husband, wife. It'll be fine. I mean, okay, but weird. But okay. But that's what's prepped me for this, so.
You hate your own parents? Hate isn't the correct word. To be more accurate, I'm utterly indifferent to their existence.
You don't care? At all? About father or even mother?
No, not in the least. I've never found either of them interesting as people, even when I search back to my earliest memories.
I feel like he's a lot colder than Kasuga. Can we just bring Kasuga back? Kasuga was like a little calculating, but still like, this is like the freaking serial killer version of Kasuga. There's like Kasuga, and then there's like one step back, and he's a serial killer, and this is where we are now. Still into it, but concerning is all I'm saying.
I had no idea what to do with their strange child. And not that I was very surprised, I suppose. And the both of them are plenty odd, too.
What sort of people are my parents?
Sheesh. Your parents are brother and sister, too, you know.
What? Ah, that would be actually kind of fucking funny. I got my memories back, yes, but they were from when I was merely 5 years old. Couldn't remember my parents' face. I could remember my parents' faces only vaguely. And given how even grandfather had dodged speaking of them in detail, I was starting to fear learning more. Strange that he has no pictures, you know?
Wait a minute. You say you don't care about your parents, but you do care about Spacey, though, right? Yes. Spacey is the first person who ever struck me as precious. And that's why I'll never allow anyone to separate us.
Sabame breathed deeply, and then his eyes took on a faraway look as he started to describe the past. I'm just saying...
He's so cute!
They're kind of cute too, but he's adorable. But the thing is, so like, this being the true route and being like kind of more focusing on Kasuga, technically, you think we'd get more Kasuga CGs. All I'm saying, I just need like a really, really, really nice fucking Kasuga CG just to make me feel better. She doesn't need it, I do. Anyway.
Boy, she's cute. How can she be this cute? Is it because she's my little sister? Spacey. Hi, I'm your big brother. Do you know what that means? To me, Spacey was a miracle. My lovely sister who came to me to relieve me of my dull life in a boring world. It was as if her arrival poured vibrant colors into a landscape that had once been simple black and white.
I mean, that's kind of how you want to feel for someone. Like, you brought color into my world, but it's a little weird when it's your brother, but you know what? Fine.
Indeed, a little baby Spacey asleep was such an adorable sight. I could watch her for hours and never be bored. And I did. And so the princess lived happily ever after. The end. Look at her stupid baby face!
It's kind of cute. Look at the little chicken in our bed. Our little stuffed chick ball. It's so funny. I love the chibis. They're fucking adorable. I can't help it. Look at Kasuga's little sweet face. You just want to squeeze it.
She has so many toys, and yet she always looks happiest when I sit and read stories to her.
See, we had a brother complex, girl. Get on board. Get on board the brother train. Woo, woo! We're going to Incestville. Let's go.
You need me to be there for you, don't you, Spacey? Spacey cried a lot as a child, but strangely enough, she'd soon quiet from even her worst crying fits if I sat and read a book to her.
it's more like, oh, we just have a sibling bond. But, like, I'm okay with the game just being like, no, it's creepy. Yeah, go for it. Let's go. Let's go straight into it. They're not gonna, but I'm just, like, really crossing my fingers here.
Mom and Dad could rock her and she'd still keep bawling. She would only stop for me. I'm sure that meant she loved me better than either of them. Better than anyone, even. Well, that was all the proof I needed.
I mean, he's not wrong, because I did love Kasuga more than any of our love interests. It was always like, yeah, no, I'm here. Like, Shion's route's good, but, like, Kasuga's still coming along, right? So, like, yeah, I've been setting us up for being okay with this the whole fucking time, and I didn't know this was going to happen. Again, I had a suspicion at some point. I was like, oh, fuck. We don't get a Kasuga route because... Oh, son of a... Yeah. That I prepared myself, and... Not gonna make me not love Kasuga.
No. I'm not like that. Now listen, Spacey. You have to do it exactly as I say. Here, what you do is... But it's so hard! As Spacey grew, it fell to me to provide her with the education that she deserved. And the proper way to greet people. The proper way to hold utensils. How to brush her teeth and how to count. I taught her everything in great detail. You can do it, Spacey. You're my precious sister, so of course you can, right? I'll try. Yay, I did it!
Oh my god, look, he's like petting us on the head. It's so adorable. Stop it.
Wow, that was amazing, Spacey. See? You're my sister. It's no wonder you could do it. Spacey was always a competitor. Even when I was being very strict and when she looked like she wanted to cry, she never gave up. She kept trying. She'd try until she finally succeeded, and then I would praise her, and her adorable little face would light up, and I love you, Tsubame! Spacey. She would smile so innocently, so angelically, you could be excused for thinking she really was an angel. She'd smile that smile at me and say she loved me. Do you understand what I'm saying? She was of the divine, a heavenly cherub who descended to earth from on high.
Okay, you're going in a whole different direction. Now it's getting weird.
How could I not adore such a cute sister? It's only proper. It's no less than what she deserves.
Okay, it's when you go like, how could I not adore this angel sent to me from heaven? It's only proper. Okay, that's a little odd. Can we get back to having a weird sister complex where you want to date me? But you didn't know, obviously, what it was at this time, but...
The people who fail to see how perfect and adorable she is, they're the ones who are insane.
I like how we had to point that. They're the ones who are insane, and they're all like, I mean... Oh boy, we made a sharp right turn into creepy land, huh?
Well, you're far more unhinged than I initially suspected, Tsubame.
I understood that he loved me. But after that outpouring, I could also understand all too well when my parents saw his devotion to me as dangerous, to say the least. Shh! Shh! Go with it! We're here for this! Don't back away! Board the train!
Say whatever you like. Your opinions don't matter to me.
Tsubame snorted derisively at our shocked faces. Silence descended for a moment before he broke it with a sigh.
Anyway, all I wanted was to be together with my perfect little sister.
And it's just kind of funny, because, like, it's the borderline creepy, like, this is creepy and weird, but his creepy weirdness isn't like, I'm in love with my sister. You know what I mean? Which is where I wanted it to go. It's not quite going that far. Because, like, in some of the routes, he's like, no, I don't like you, Shion. You're not good enough for her. In other routes, he's like, oh yeah, I'm happier. And you're like, wait, what? Why are you? No, you're supposed to be jealous because you're in love with me. See? But, like, he wasn't in those routes because, like, his obsessive, weird sister complex doesn't quite cross that line, which is unfortunate because I really wish it would. Let's go. Come on. I've prepared myself for this, and no game's gonna give it to me. Y'all chicken out. They all chicken out in the end.
Yes, there was an unforeseen error during our flight that resulted in us being separated for years. It hurt. But looking back now, I think all's well that ends well. As your butler, I can be far closer to you, far more integral to your life than I could as your mere brother. And that's why I'm your trusted ally. Your one and only.
That's exactly what I want you to be. Hold it! The cheerful tone of Tsubame's voice as he relayed all that made me ball my hands into fists. What do you mean, all's well that ends well?
Huh?
Thanks to that stupid deal you made with grandfather, I lost my brother.
Spacey.
Grandfather's true intentions aside, I was afraid and alone when I first came here as a little child. I was convinced that there wasn't a single soul in the world whom I could rely on. So when Kasuga arrived and made me understand that he really was there for me, I was overjoyed. I thought I'd finally been saved. But my personal butler? My trusted ally? Give me a break! If you asked me which I'd rather have, a butler or my brother back, do I even have to tell you what I'd answer? My butler, and we're gonna pretend he's not my brother so that the weird shit we do doesn't seem as creepy as it actually is. Because that's where I'm going. The game's never gonna let me have this, is it? Anyway, Kasuga's her brother, not mine. Hey, Spacey future sister-in-law! I'm just gonna take Kasuga, it'll be fine, I'll take it out of your hand. My brother! My real family! That's who I'd want you to be to me! How could you think I'd ever say anything else? That hurt my soul. I died a little just saying that. Tsubame stared at me in utter confusion. Apparently, it never even occurred to him that I might be mad about this.
Huh? But I'm still me, right? Whether I call myself Tsubame or Kasuga, it makes no difference.
Actually, it kind of does, because, like, the Kasuga we know is, like, the butler that we've fallen in love with, and then Tsubame is, like, the crazy psycho brother who's pretending to be your butler. And, like, they are kind of, you could actually very well divide them, split them up, and be like, okay, girl, you can have your brother, and then the character that was Kasuga, we're just going to pretend that's a whole different person that looks just kind of like your brother, and I'll just take the butler. And then he's not related to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, think of the Kasuga up until this point. Yeah. No. Yeah. That's what I want back. I don't want any of this realization. I'm just going to pretend we never did this route, and it'll be okay. Again, he's not my brother, so it doesn't make a difference. It's kind of like other games we played where certain characters were our dad. And I was like, I mean, I knew that was coming, but I don't care. I still fucking love that motherfucker. He's not my dad. Just throwing that out there. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. Dad, brother, not mine. Because I don't have a brother, and that's definitely not my dad, and my dad's also passed away. So, like, you know. But, like, in reality, gross. Like, these are her, even though we call them Spacey, they're not really me, so it's okay. When the character shows up as my brother, I'm like, and now the self-insert is gone, you have fun, and I'm just gonna take your brother away. So it's nice. Switch out. Anyway. It does to me a big difference.
I believe it's different as well. No, hand me. I think so too. Shut up, you two. This has nothing to do with either of you.
They're saying that what you're doing looks crazy from an outsider's perspective. Tsubame, come to your senses already. He was clearly dissatisfied. The look he was wearing on his face was one I'd seen often when he was Kasuga. Now, do you have something to say to us?
What? I can't think of anything to say.
Yes, you do! There's something very specific you ought to say right now!
Oh? Nothing comes to mind.
Am I the only one who's happy that I got to call you my brother? You lectured me time and time again when I was little that whenever I did anything selfish that caused trouble for others, I had to apologize to them. For all that preaching you did, you're about to turn around and say you can't muster an apology yourself? I stared at Tsubame, deadly serious. He fidgeted awkwardly, his eyes sliding away from mine. Our standoff lasted a few moments. When he finally realized I wasn't going to back down, he said, "Sorry." The word tumbled from his mouth reluctantly.
I apologize, Spacey.
That's enough.
What?
It was never a question of whether or not I'd forgive you. I mean, you're the only brother I have. There was so much that I wanted to say to him about so many different things. He was my brother, and I only just found him. I didn't want to sour our already shaky relationship. But in exchange, can you promise me one thing?
What?
Let's both go see Mother and Father sometime and apologize to them. should tell them we're sorry for leaving them for so long.
Honestly, I doubt they really cared. Especially Dad.
Tsubame... Okay. I promise. Well, it seems everything is settled well enough. No! That was like for someone who had a fucking complex for so long and was obsessed with to be like, oh, alright, okay, I'm your brother now. What the fuck? This is no resolution. They rushed through it. I mean, it's because it's rushed. But also, no, it's so unsatisfying. You're my brother, my only... Shit. I bring Kasuga back, okay? Don't take him away from me. You ripped him away from me, and that's not what I want. Although, I like the twist. Because you didn't... I mean, again, I kind of knew it was coming, but, it was one of those that, all of a sudden you do the trot and you're like, the fuck is happening here? We went from, kind of, light, fluffy game, okay, whatever, not, and then all the fucking weird twists, turns, and drama was over here? What the fuck? It's not like, when there's a game and there's drama and there's mystery and there's twists and turns that when they do something huge like this, you're like, I kind of expected, the roller coaster to continue. This was we were just sitting here, enjoying a nice fucking leisurely afternoon, and the next thing you know, you're on a fucking roller coaster, and you're like, I wasn't prepared for that. I thought we were just having a nice picnic in the park, basically. Nope, we're in a train wreck. I didn't even know we were on a train, But also disappointed because I love Kasuga so fucking much, and he has to be our brother in this. No. Again, her brother, not mine. He's still coming to my man harem because I fucking love Kasuga. She can have Tsubame. I'm gonna keep Kasuga. We're just gonna separate them. It's fine. We can do the science. We have the technology. Anyway. Shion and Ayuta, who'd been watching our exchange off to the side, looked at me with big smiles. Yes, it was rough getting to this point, though. But now I think we can finally be together, not as butler and mistress, but as brother and sister. Husband and wife.
It's great, Spacey. I'm really happy for the both of you. No, I don't want to.
What? I blinked, blindsided by what he just said. I could almost feel the question marks developing above my head. Tsubame, what did you just...
I said that, at least. I'll not allow it. I'm confused. I thought things were going really great, wrapping up really nicely. What was there that wasn't good? For the first time, I agree with Ayuta. What do you mean you can't allow it? I can't allow what? The last part, of course. Are all of you blind? If I step forward as Spacey's brother, in other words, as an elder Tojo son, that will immediately complicate the issue of who gets to be the family heir. You want to be the family heir? I'm happy with simply being Kasuga. See? Shh. Let's just keep this going.
Huh? But you are my older brother. Aren't you the better choice as the heir to the Tojo family? No. No. Girl, think about that. Aren't you the better... You know what? Actually, you're right.
No, I refuse. And that I absolutely will not allow. Question. Why is it so critical that Spacey someday becomes the head of the Tojo family? I think she'd be perfectly happy whether she was or not. Well, that isn't good enough. She must become the head of the family. It's critical. I'll not budge on this matter. Oh, I see. Let me guess, Mr. X Jeeves. You're too scared to become the head of the family.
I mean, honestly, I don't think... It's not that Kasuga wouldn't be capable of doing it. You know what I mean? Because I think he's a hell of a lot more capable in a way than we are. He's just a fucking genius, right? But I don't think, even though he could do it, I don't think it's something that he would find fulfilling or wants to do. Being there for us, teaching us, training us, supporting, doing all that, that's what makes him happy, weird as it is, right? But being the family head and doing all that, no. He will support from the shadows and basically guide us and teach us and do that. That gives him joy. Being the family head himself would not give him any fucking joy. Because that, you know what I mean? That's not his calling. So.
I am not. Don't be stupid. There's no doubt I'm more than capable. Spacey must still inherit the family. It simply has to happen.
Hey, but, why?
Because I want to see it happen. I want to see you reigning as the empress of the Tojo Empire. I want to see you shine like the sun, Spacey.
I mean, he's crazy, but I'm here for it. Again, you kind of had to see this coming. This fits as crazy. What? The rest of us were stunned into silence, but Tsubame paid us no mind, launching into an impassioned rant.
I mean, she's my sister. She's beautiful. How could I be satisfied to see her live as a mere woman? She deserves the best. No, she must have the very best of everything. Wealth, the Tojo name, the Tojo fortune, and the perfect husband.
Again, this is where it gets weird. You're supposed to want to be my perfect husband. Could you just follow me here?
I've supported her these many long years, in hopes of seeing all that come to fruition. If you're going to tell me that I have to give up my life's work, then I'll not cooperate. I swear that I'll never speak to you again, Spacey.
What? Tsubame didn't care that the rest of us stared at him like he'd gone insane. He looked utterly resolute. He'd gone insane? I'm pretty sure he started out there. He was born this way. It didn't really change. I see. So that's what this was all about this whole time, Say, Tsubame, there's a term people use to describe someone like you. Do you know what it is? Fucking insane. But I'm here for it. Earlier I'd hesitated, choosing my words and dancing around the subject. Now? No. Hell no! It's called a sister complex. You're obsessed!
What? How dare you say that to me? Yes, a small part of this may have all been because of my own desires, but I've never wanted anything except for you to be happy. Now that's the truth.
This may have been because of my own desires. What kind of desires, though? Not the kind that I want this game to give me. Like, you're gonna give me a character with a sister complex? Go all the way! Come on! Balls up, let's go! Chicken shitting out on me.
So I'll thank you not to describe my pure and selfless feelings with such a crude and unflattering term.
I know, it's unfortunate, because he's not into us. Just where I wanted this to go. Excuse me? Are you an idiot? I don't recall ever asking you to do all this for me, you know.
What? Did you just call me an idiot?
Yes, because you are an idiot. What else should I call you? You worthless excuse for a brother.
But am I a worthless excuse for a butler?
No, actually, you were a great butler. Huh! Well, there you go.
I don't recall raising you to act like this, young lady.
Well, I don't recall you raising me. Okay, so maybe you did, but that's not the point.
I suppose this is their first sibling fight.
Yep. How very sweet. How? Yo, you're really going at it, huh? We could hear you out in the hall. I figured I should probably check on you before we let the guests in. A good thing I did. Yes! I looked in confusion at Ichi and Taiga, who must have just returned from the party themselves. What, babe, you get so mad at your brother you totally forgot? We did say we'd have our own private Christmas party here after the big announcement, yes? Oh! Taiga was right. And now that I actually looked at the living room, it was decked out with all sorts of Christmas decorations. How could I not have noticed? Hey, Ichi, how long are you going to leave your guests standing around out here? Show us inside already.
Well, you're invited too, Mr. Moogie. It's lovely to see you. And who might this young lady be?
Happy holidays, grandfather! It's been far too long. And this is... And Noah Arimura, it's nice to meet you. It's my honor to be friends with Spacey.
Oh, is that so? I think that prickly granddaughter of mine is not one, but two friends now.
And like 5 fucking boyfriends. 6, technically, if you count my brother. I'm counting him. Just saying. So, yeah, we should probably get things started here. I glanced over at Tsubame. He was looking back at me, a conflicted look on his face. Spacey, Suga? See our guests in, please. And be on your best behavior.
Of course, miss.
Tsubame, no. Suga gave me a brilliant smile and then dashed off to the foyer. Ugh, he's such a handful. I know, but that's why we love him. You sure that was for the best? If I don't let him buttle, he'll just run away, right? I don't want to lose him again. Don't let him buttle. Butler buttles. Well, like, butler is one thing, but what do you do? I buttle, sir. Fucking Clue reference. Oh well, it'll change. Slowly. With some time. Okay, then I say we call this case closed. Let's get this Christmas party started. Yeah! I'm sorry. Yeah! If it's group voices, they do Valley Girl. And so, after a lot of drama, like a whole lot of drama, our Christmas party finally got underway. Grandfather, here.
Whoa, how considerate! So you finally open your eyes and realize how I truly feel about you.
Don't get ahead of yourself.
Oh?
If you really do care for me, I expect you to prove as much through your attitude and your actions. Consistently and frequently, if you please. And make sure that your intent is easily understood.
I'll do my best.
It's strange to see the famously unflappable head of the Tojo family be so easily intimidated. As your newest suitor, I'm gonna have to put some serious effort into wooing you. It won't be easy to win me. I'll make sure of it. Especially because I have a man harem now! We were still trading jabs when I heard someone speak up from behind me. Spacey, thank you so much for your gracious invitation to this lovely party. Smokey, Arimura, thanks so much for coming. I'll admit I was curious enough about your situation to come armed with questions, but the current look on your face makes me think you'll be just fine. Yes, I'll be...
Of course we'll be just fine.
Oh, it was supposed to be everybody back there? I thought it was Kasuga anyway. I mean, everything else aside, Spacey won't have to get married until she wants to now.
Yeah, we're all rivals at first, but over time the flowers of friendship bloom between us too, just like in a storybook.
You know what, Nayuta? That is like the goofiest fucking shit, but it's so true. It is so true and goddamn cheesy and just the perfect fucking Nayuta line, but 100 fucking %, buddy. Good boy. Nick, you could say it's thanks to our teamwork that we even got to this point. How about some gratitude?
Indeed, all of us work together to keep you safe, you know.
Well, yes, I am grateful. Thanks.
Huh? What was that? Speak up.
I said thanks, okay? Listen when people talk to you!
Your cheeks are cherry red, Spacey. It's so cute.
I wrinkled my nose and gave them all a look. Right then, Kasuga stepped up beside me and said,
Miss Spacey, everyone's received a flute of champagne. May I ask you to make a toast?
At some point, he changed back into his usual butler uniform. Tsubame was no longer anywhere to be seen, which is fine with me. We don't need our brother. We need our fucking hot butler. This is where, shh. Let's just pretend, let's take that whole other personality and throw it out. Let's keep Kasuga. Okay? We're gonna beep, beep, beep. I'm gonna back it up. I'm gonna back the train up to where it was just Kasuga. And Kasuga's in love with us. He's just my butler, he's not my brother. That's my headcanon, so fuck the rest of this. I see you're already back to your old self. That didn't take long.
I'm sorry, miss. What are you speaking about?
Yes, he is my brother, but sometimes I just wanna...
Anyway, everyone's waiting on you, miss. Please, a toast.
He's also crazy that he's like, who? You're like, okay, never mind. Okay. I moved to stand in front of the Christmas tree, and everyone's eyes naturally gravitated towards me. The thing is, this isn't the end. We've got like 3 chapters after this. I took a moment to look at each and every person assembled there before I started to speak. And but see, like, again, this is all, we got a CG just of us. I want Kasuga CG's thank you game. Thinking back, it's hard to believe this only started in September, as so much has happened since that sudden proposal in front of my school that day. I immediately decided I was utterly against the entire event, especially since all 4 of my suitors were unemployed strangers with sketchy pasts. And as we spent more time living together here in this house, my impressions slowly changed. Yes, they each have more than their fair share of issues, but I learned to see that they all have enough good points to outweigh the bad. And I think, thanks to them, I started to change too. Expressions of love and concern I hadn't noticed. Truths I hadn't seen. My old self wouldn't have been able to handle the sudden changes. She would have tried to ignore it all. I'm going to go back to ignoring that Kasuga's my brother. Now, I can accept these changes because I know I have everyone here to support me. For that, I'm grateful. However, I'm still young. There's much I still need to learn. I ask that you all continue to stay beside me as we move into the future. Future that I look forward to sharing with all of you. Yes, we have our two besties, we have a good relationship with our grandpa, and we have a fucking man harem of 6 hot men, one of which is not my fucking brother at all. That never happened. I'm here for that! I looked out at everyone and let a smile rise on my face. Not a fake smile. Not a polite painted smile. A real smile that came from the bottom of my heart. Cheers! Cheers! Well, and things are going to be very interesting from here on out. Huh? What exactly is going to be interesting? Why, everything, Spacey. Your future bridegroom still is yet to be determined. Isn't that so exciting? Samugi, I just got through saying that I no longer have to rush to make my choice. Now that everyone's stories are on the table, the struggle over your hand will escalate to the next level. Or as they say in all the anime and RPGs, the battle has only just begun! Isn't that, like, way too cheesy? Not that it's any of my business. Come on, you two. How many times do I have to tell you that the whole thing is over? Yeah, I mean, the battle won't even advance to the next level, because the victor's been crowned. Spacey, once this party is over, how about you join me at a chapel for our private wedding ceremony?
Say, Spacey, today must have been terribly draining for you. Let's spend a little time together so I can pamper you. And you know, if you choose me, this is a luxury you could have every single day, not just on special occasions.
How about we go to my man harem now? You know, Spacey, I'm fully confident that I could learn to understand you better than anyone. I'll be happy to lend an ear anytime you need one. You already know I'm a good listener. Whoa, hang on. What do you three think you're getting at by excluding us?
Yeah, no fair leaving us out.
Hey, whoa. What's the problem, Taiga, Nayuta? And the two of you were never serious suitors in the first place.
Exactly. This has nothing to do with you anymore, so would you kindly butt out?
Yeah, about that. I changed my mind. What? Wait, what? Changed your... Taiga, don't tell me you... You betcha. Let me in on the suitor battle thingy. Gramps said from the start that he wouldn't mind if he actually picked me.
Oh, me too. Yeah, I've always wanted to be there for you as your bodyguard, Spacey. But thinking about it, it'd be so much easier to protect you if I was your husband, too.
Excuse me?
Gentlemen, a moment, please. Considering my secrets are now known to all, I see no need to hold back. As her older brother, allow me to say one thing. Allowing her to marry any one of you is out of the question.
Excuse you? What's that supposed to mean, huh?
I'm saying I'd never consider leaving my precious sister in the hands of any one of you oafs. Accordingly, I'll do everything in my considerable power to stymie every one of your efforts to woo her. Please keep that in mind.
Which is why when he was doing all of that in the beginning, it was like, it's because you're in love with me, right, Kasuga? Why couldn't that have been the ending? I mean, don't get me wrong, this was a fun roller coaster and all, but, like, I really wanted Kasuga to be in love with me, and that would have made me happier. And I know it would have been cheap. You know what I mean? It would have been like, oh, the true ending is Kasuga's been in love with you the whole time, and you're like, yeah, I mean, that seems pretty cliche. But, and this, they were like, oh, this is different. Yeah, that's great. But could you go back to the cliche? Because, like, this is the time I wanted it. You know what I mean? Instead of like, oh, yeah, okay, the butler is in love with it. You know what I mean? Come on. Why can I never date my fucking hot-ass butler? What the fuck?
If you're still intending marrying my sister, you'll have to carry her over my dead body.
Holy crap. Can you believe this freak show? Hey! Leave my freak show alone.
Personally, I wouldn't have it any other way. I never really liked you, Jeeves, and this will be a perfect excuse to flatten you for good.
Oh, if we're talking about flattening people, do we mean like stepping on them? No, I don't think anybody's saying that, Nayuta. I've never been one to shy away from a little conflict, so you're saying that all we have to do is go through you? It should be easy enough. Have you met my crazy brother, who's been pretending to be my butler and has a weird sister complex? And Kazuya's like, wait, what now? Yeah.
So you say. Try it if you think you can. I dare you.
What is with them? I don't know, but I love this man harem. Shh. Man harem ending now. Take back what I said before. All of them are worthless morons. And now Kasuga wants in on the action. Yeah, that's exactly what I want, though. Kasuga in on the action. You know. Yes, I know they aren't bad people. But they definitely aren't normal, rational men. Still worried about leaving them alone with a barbecue. Actually marrying one of these dolts? You can't be serious. I mean it. I can't speak for the future, but for right now at least. I'm not falling for any of you! Too late. I already love Kasuga. Oh, no. Oh, God. No. Oh, no. No, no, no. No. Okay, shit. I can't skip the end. I'm sorry. Oh, my God. Well, there you go. I am just slightly disappointed we didn't actually get our, like, real man harem ending. I mean, we never get a man harem ending, but, like, I'm just gonna pretend. And the thing is like, oh, that fucking CG of Kasuga was the best. It's like the only amazing Kasuga CG. I think it's the only one we got, isn't it? Come on. Hmm. But, we're just watching everything. It's like so, like, I have the music on, but I was like, shit, it's gonna get copyrighted, so I gotta, like, I love the little CGs. I mean, the chibis. I love the CGs, but I meant the chibis. But, yeah, the only thing I hate about the true ending is the fact that, like, Kasuga's our brother. Stop that. Shh. But it's still kind of like, but when she's like, he's getting in on the action, like, I'm just gonna take that as he's gonna, like, oh, hell no, she's not marrying anyone to you. Like, Kasuga. I'm okay with it. It would have worked a little bit better. I'm like watching these now and I'm like, when were these ever like CGs? The last ones that they just showed? I don't remember that one. That's so cute. But that doesn't count because Kazu and Kasuga aren't there, and they should be. But like, I'm just gonna go with our man harem ending because like I like that better. Kasuga's not our brother, but he's in our man harem, and then Kazu can come into our man harem too because he's not too bad after all. All right, we can put the volume back on now because I don't think it. Anyway, but that was the end, and okay, but I'm confused now. It was like, wait. Girls' Day Out. My amazing brother. Oh my god. Okay, well, hold on. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh! Kasuga.
Sorry to bother you at this hour. I'm sure you're asleep by now, so I'll leave you this message for the morning. I write this not as Kasuga, but as your brother, Tsubame. I don't regret what I did, but I do feel incredibly guilty for causing you pain. But please believe this. You are my little sister, and as your brother, I love you very much. Everything I say, everything I do it all purely and completely for your sake. That's why I serve you as a butler instead of standing by as your brother. I'm sure that must leave you afflicted. Please forgive me.
Not that you'd let me say no.
You're awake.
The notification woke me. You picked when I was asleep on purpose so I couldn't talk back.
I said I was sorry.
Not enough.
Spacey.
I need Kasuga, yes, but I need my brother too. At least let me call you Tsubame when we're at home.
No, I don't want to do things by half measures.
I don't forgive you.
Are you trying to kill me?
When did I ever say that? I love that. I don't forgive you. Are you trying to kill me? It's so fucking dramatic, and it's absolutely fucking perfect for how goddamn over-the-top dramatic and crazy he is. I love it. Ugh. I know that Kasuga can be as stubborn as a mule, but the least Tsubame could do is listen to his sister.
What is it you want me to do?
I want you to become Tsubame every once in a while and spend time with me. Like, maybe once a week?
Far too often.
Ow!
Well, maybe once a year.
Oh, so now we're Orihime and Hikoboshi, and we're living in the Tanabata myth? That's too long! Holy crap, that's a lot of fucking Japanese words. So I'm sorry if I fucked them up. Anyway.
Once every 6 months.
Ah, I understand now that you don't love me at all. The guilt trip!
Okay. Once a month. Well, that's the best I can do.
I guess. It's a date then. Once a month you go on a date with me. That will be Kasuga's day off.
Okay, I guess. Sheesh. My little sister always did have a selfish streak.
Love you, Tsubame.
You want to go to sleep, miss. It isn't healthy to be up so late.
And you're Kasuga again. Okay, I guess I will. Good night. I absolutely... Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't want Kasuga to be our brother. Right? It's weird because I'm in love with Kasuga and it makes it inappropriate. But at the same time, there is a part of me that loves this, like, he's just literally two different people. He can totally turn off brother mode and turn on Kasuga mode, and then sometimes you're talking and you're like, which one are you again? It's like he's got a split personality. It's so weird, but I kind of fucking love it. I'm getting into it. That's fucking great. Okay. Oh my god. I want to play the I don't... Oh, fuck. We have to go with the Kasuga one. You know I have to do my monthly date with my brother. Even though we don't have long to finish it. Anyway, I'm doing this one before I do the Tsumugi one. I want to do the Tsumugi one first because I just want to save this one for later. But at the same time, I really want to do this one because I just need more Kasuga in my life because I love him so much. I don't care if he's our brother, it's fine. My amazing brother. Shh. Finally, my monthly date with my brother has arrived. I get to have a whole day. I get to have him to myself for a whole day. Yes, because I just want to have Kasuga to myself. After a tumultuous Christmas, and after getting through both an eventful end and beginning of the year, before I knew it, spring was in the air. I wonder if this is all right. It was a beautiful sunny day, perfect for going out. I hope we get a CG of him in this. Did it show on the thing? I totally didn't even notice. I was in a great mood as I got ready. After all, today's our monthly fun day! That's like the CG in the last one was kind of stupid. It's just us with a champagne glass. That's not cool. I want our hot boyfriends in it, not me. Or her. Shh. She's not me, Kasuga's not my brother. I hummed to myself as I checked my purse to see if I had everything, took another look in the mirror, and nodded. And this is like, okay, can I just throw this out there? This is some fucked up, like, VC Andrews level bullshit, like, right? This is some weird romance novel that you're like, there's, like, sibling-ins. What the fuck? Where it's basically, like, this premise. Where, like, you've got the wealthy woman and her butler, and you're like, they're totally having an affair. And then you find out that the butler's actually her brother, but he's got a split personality, just like Kasuga/Tsubame. Like, sometimes you're like, oh no, this is my brother, Tsubame. And they're like, doesn't he look just like her butler? And like, shh, don't. And it's like, because like people know, but they just don't say anything. That like, my brother and my butler are the same person, but he has a split personality. And when he's our butler, we're just having a weird fucking sexual relationship with him. Like, but not when he's our brother. That's weird. But like totally when he's Kasuga, even though it's the same body. You know what I'm saying? Like that is you're like, I'm pretty sure there is a book somewhere on some shelf in some bookstore in the trashy romance section that's that premise. And if not, and somebody writes that, royalties, send them my way because you're welcome. And I feel like we have to share it with the game too because it's, but I mean like, doesn't it? Aren't you like in your head, you're like, I feel like this is, I mean, I don't read trashy romance because like I'm always, it's just too much sex in it for me. And I'm like, no, I'm not here for that. But like, I feel like you're just like, that story exists somewhere. Like, because that's where this is going. And my brain is like, my brain just turned it into that. I have problems, but anyway. All right, my hair and clothes are perfect. Buoyed by my cheerful mood, I ran to the person who was waiting for me outside. I know, I'm so excited we get a date with Kasuga. I know he's not Kasuga right now, he's Tsubame, but it's still same. It's okay. Thanks for waiting, Tsubame.
Oh, how long were you going to make me wait? I was starting to wonder if you changed your mind.
Oh, don't be so mean. Girls need to do lots of things to get ready. You know that, right? Come on, let's get going. Also, like, I would never make you wait. Ever. I love you.
Jeez.
My brother shrugged his shoulders and started walking. He has no idea how much I've been looking forward to today. Or it's like, you know that your brother and your butler are the same person, but when people see you out in the town, they're always like, and this, it takes place, it's a Victorian romance piece, okay? So, like, they see him out dressed normal, and they're like, oh, she's being accompanied by her butler. Is she dating a butler? Well, okay, maybe it's not quite. It's got to be in, like, a time period where it might be slightly strange that you're dating your butler, but totally okay. I'm just imagining that you have, like, a fancy dress on, so it's a modern Victorian piece, okay? It's the new Bridgerton, all right? And it's like, they see and they're like, oh, she's dating her butler. Well, I mean, you know, whatever. And then we just don't tell anyone that he's Tsubame right now. He's my brother. Because we don't want anyone to realize that we're sleeping with our brother who has a split personality and is our butler, but kind of also knows about his other personality. They're not, like, totally separate. He just puts on it personas. You know what I mean? Because, like, if you think sleeping with my butler is a scandal, wait till you find out my butler is my brother and I know that and I'm sleeping with him. You know what I mean? I'm here for this show. Someone, Netflix, get on it. Let's go. But now that we know the twist, it's not going to be as fun. But anyway. He has no idea how much I've been looking forward to today. I know, me too. The whole game. After discovering that my personal butler, Kasuga, was actually my older brother, Tsubame Tojo, my brother, who had a bad sister complex, insisted on continuing to help me as my butler. Grandfather was appalled, and I had no idea what to do. Tsubame said that it would make him happiest, and he had no intention of returning to his old life. Well, I'm also somewhat uncomfortable not having Kasuga with me, so this is fine. This is perfect. But it was so disappointing that even though I had a big brother, I couldn't spoil him as his little sister. So I insisted we have a day out together once a month as brother and sister, and he gave in to my demands and promised we would. This was that day! I love this. It's kind of fucked up, but I'm here for it. Oh, look at that dress, Tsubame! Don't you think it's cute? My brother looked at the window I was pointing at and frowned. And I also like that he doesn't, like, he kind of, like, every once in a while is still a little bit Kasuga, a little bit Tsubame, but, like, they definitely have separate ends. There is a personality in the middle they share, but, like, like, when he's Kasuga, he's a little pulled back, and then it's like, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, you're Tsubame right now. I got it, okay.
Don't you think it's a little too flashy? It's also pretty low-cut and revealing.
You think? But it's so cute. Let's go in the store.
All right, fine.
Oh god, don't put on something low-cut and revealing for your brother. I'm gonna wear it for Kasuga later. I just want to make this as inappropriate as possible. Judging by my brother's tone, he felt he had to give in. I found that tremendously comforting. If this had been Kasuga... Hey, Kasuga, what do you think of that dress?
That's rather flashy, wouldn't you say? I do not think it's appropriate for a Tojo lady. If you're looking for a dress, how about this one? I believe the color and style will suit you best.
Oh, really? I guess if you say so.
Yes, well, let's go with this one.
I like the fact that he absolutely, like, you could... I love that they do this. They're like, do you see where the line is? And, like, right now he's being Tsubame, so he's not saying the Kasuga level shit. And then when he's in Kasuga mode, you're like, oh. But it's not like a real split personality, because he knows. He turns off Kasuga. He's like, and then he's Tsubame, and then I mean, there's still a middle ground with that they share. But he's turning off the extreme Kasuga. And, like, it's so fucking bizarre. I love it. It's so messed up. You just need to throw the romance into it to make it weirder. I'm here for it. Kasuga never relaxed as my butler and always treated me as the Tojo family heir. I felt comfortable around him because we'd known each other for so long. I couldn't spoil him in the way that only relatives can. That's why this once-a-month outing was a precious opportunity for the two of us to be brother and sister again. I'm gonna spoil you so much today! I walked up to the store with a bounce in my step. You're gonna spoil him by making him go shopping with you? It's even cuter up close! Tsubame, quick! When I turned around, I saw two beautiful women, and my brother was sandwiched between them. I couldn't hear them for where I was, but I was sure they were talking about something, and this is where you get jealous and realize you're kind of into your brother. Is Tsubame flirting? He typically only smiled at me, but he was looking rather friendly with them. Oh. Are we jealous? Do we have a little bit of a brother complex? Are we developing one? He definitely had an affable look on his face as he talked. I deliberately shot him an indignant glare, but he didn't seem to notice at all. What a womanizer! I bit my lip hard and took a step toward my brother. Well, your brother might be into other chicks, but Kasuka's not. That's good.
Right. So if you go straight down that road...
Tsubame, come with me!
What? Hold on. Spacey.
I grabbed onto my brother's arm and hustled us forward.
Wait, I thought we were going to check out that store.
Just follow me, Tsubame. I like the fact that we're jealous of our brother talking to other women. It's not even like, oh, it's like, whoa, 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 whoa. That's my butler brother pitches. We're going to stop here. I love the fact that we are goddamn we have a slight brother complex going on right now. I'm here for this. This is amazing. Oh, God. Anyway, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.